Hello and welcome, dear viewer, to my channel. Today in our video, I will tell you what stories people have sent me in the mail. I'm pregnant, but my boyfriend's mother opposes marriage. I'm 27 years old. I'm financially stable with a good job. I've been pursued by many men. My current boyfriend works in tech. We're happily in love and look forward to a happy future. When we started dating, we realized that we were quite compatible, and I have trust in our love. My boyfriend's parents know that we live together and seem comfortable about it. His parents even send us food. His dad also likes me because he likes smart and independent women. My parents work for state-owned companies. They're financially stable and only want me to live nearby. However, since I love my boyfriend, I plan to move to Hanoi to be with him after we get married. My parents don't object. Meanwhile, my boyfriend's family situation is much more complicated. His parents are already divorced. His mother has a heart problem. His father now lives with a new wife, and his father and his new wife have 2 small children. Overall, his family situation is not a big problem for me. I know his mom is sick, and that people around her often find her irritating. Despite that, I still care about her. She said that she always wishes me happiness, whether or not my boyfriend and I get married. And yet, when she found out I was pregnant, she became stressed and started ignoring me, never mentioned the wedding, and always complaining about her health problems, all of which made my boyfriend very frustrated. However, he's been indecisive on this matter because he's afraid that his mother's health might get worse if he disturbs her with news she doesn't want to hear. His father is also concerned for his mother's health, so he also doesn't intervene. So, we're all waiting for my boyfriend's mother to decide our fates. I'm so sad. I can't imagine how an ill woman can be so ruthless. His mother questions why we need to get married and what would happen if we break up. She also said that there is no man as good as her son. I can't understand how she could say such things. Maybe she simply loves her son too much, or she does not believe in true love. Several days after finding out that I'm pregnant, my boyfriend still assures me that he wants to keep the baby. He's advised me to stay healthy and insists that we should stay together, get a marriage certificate, and ignore the opinions of his parents. However, I think as a woman, my happiness would be more complete if I had an official wedding. I don't want either myself or my parents to be in an unofficial situation. Currently, I'm 6 weeks pregnant. I'm an economics lecturer and quite financially stable, enough to take care of my child if I become a single mom. But my parents don't want me to be an unmarried mother. If my situation gets more difficult, I will abort the baby. I think I can't live in this circumstances, with an indecisive boyfriend in such a complicated family situation. I look forward to receiving your advice, dear readers. My married boss is on my mind. I'm almost 40 years old. I got divorced nearly 4 years ago, and I don't have any children. As the pain from the divorce subsides, I want to find a new life partner. Through online dating, I found a few people to communicate with. After a few months of texting back and forth, I met some people face to face, but I was disappointed. Some people are only looking for sexual partners. Frustrated, I decided to stop dating online and continue with my single life. Then I met my boss. We first saw each other on the opening day of our new headquarters. When I glanced at him, I realized that he was looking at me too, as if we had known each other for ages. In the following days and weeks, we ran into each other many times at the office, even though we don't work on the same floor. On October 20th, Vietnamese Women's Day, he congratulated me on behalf of my male colleagues. He said it was the first time doing something like that for the special day, and it was also the first time we fully introduced ourselves, and I learned his name and position in the company. I had thought he was just a normal office worker, but he was actually the deputy director of the branch. I soon realized that he was trying to get my attention. Once, when there were only the 2 of us in the elevator, he knocked on the elevator wall lightly, as if signifying something, but I kept silent. Later, I searched for information about him on the internet and found out that he is married, so I decided to stop paying attention. However, on our company's last team building trip, I once again began noticing him. My coworker told me that he had a son, but that no one knows much about his wife. At the team building party, I saw him hanging near my table, but he kept silent. The next morning, when everyone was having breakfast, he came a bit late and took a seat next to me. However, he did something that made me feel a bit down. He called me Chi, older sister. When everyone went out for coffee, he also approached me and told the waiter to put his drink next to mine. However, later, his staff sat across the room, so he joined them and we didn't have time to talk. I must add that he and I are in different departments. He's in the business department and I'm in the operation department. So although we continue to run into each other somewhat regularly, there still aren't many chances for us to interact directly. But recently, when I see him, we seem to have broken the ice between us. First, and I also greet him back with a smile. I don't know what I should do with my feelings now. I genuinely believe that a relationship between he and I will go nowhere. I have to add that he is very handsome, tall, and stylish. He can easily get a better woman, someone younger and more beautiful. Therefore, I've decided to ignore him again. And yet when I do avoid him, I feel increasingly conflicted. What should I do with my emotions? I hope you can give me some advice, and thank you so much for reading my story. My drunk, abusive husband. I've been married for 20 years and am 46 years old. One of my sons is in 5th grade and the other is in the 12th. My husband has been unloving towards our family. My husband is a controlling man and he gets drunk often, partly due to work, partly because he likes to drink. When he's drunk, he becomes abusive to me and our children. I've gradually lost all my love for him. Many times I thought about giving up on our marriage, but because in the past I wasn't quite financially stable, and because I was concerned about a divorce might affect my parents and family, I still tried to live with him. But now I'm quite financially independent, so I asked my husband for a divorce. However, after hearing my request, he changed completely, becoming very affectionate toward me and doing things he has never done before to show this affection. He takes great care of me and gives me all his money and assets for me to manage. He begs me not to divorce him, saying it's for the sake of our children and our family's happiness. I don't know what to do now that he's suddenly changed like this. I look forward to hearing your suggestions and whatever you have to share. I have feelings for someone inferior to my husband. I'm supposed to be enjoying the life that I have right now. But deep down, why do I still feel lonely? People are right. The more you get, the more you want. When I was young, I was a very calculative person when it came to romantic relationships. If my potential partner didn't come from a decent background, wasn't highly educated or sexually compatible, I wouldn't even bother talking to them. Thanks to having a meticulous life plan that I drew for myself, I met a suitable partner who is now my husband. My husband is, without any question, a wonderful man. But lately I feel like I have changed. The way of thinking that I had when I was young is no longer the same. I've started having feelings for someone who is inferior to my husband in many aspects, whether it be appearance, personality, or background. He has a great job, but he is also a promiscuous womanizer who gambles every weekend. I tried not to think about him, but after a few weeks of meeting him, I couldn't get him out of my head. I have no idea what is wrong with me. I feel like I'm no longer the logical person I once was. I think I'm letting my emotions get the better of me. I still do charity work every weekend to regain my conscience, but I feel like I'm being challenged by this storm inside me. I can't feel peace at all, even though my family is so happy right now. What should I do? My girlfriend is not tactful while eating. Overall, I am an easygoing person. However, I do pay attention to some small details, and I am concerned about my girlfriend's personality. I don't care that much about rules, but I think that people need to behave more tactfully in this modern age. I don't like anyone who is too messy, especially in front of other people. I am easygoing when we are together, however, once I brought her to meet my family. And since then, I don't want to bring her to see family or friends again. I felt quite ashamed and uncomfortable, but did not comment on this since I don't want her to be sad. I don't know how to give her suggestions and not make her feel bad. She is quite weak and is ashamed of her family. When she visited my family, everyone else was cooking and she did not help. During the meal, she put her chopsticks in the family's soup bowl. She only picked the food she liked in the common dish. When eating, she sat very close to the table and kept looking down at the table. Sometimes I was very annoyed at her mannerisms and wondered how I can live together with her in the future and how we could raise our kids together. I hope readers can give me advice. Thank you very much. Write in the comments what you think about these stories. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like this video if you like it. Also put a bell so you don't miss new videos. See you soon.